And it's interesting because there's the new pilot program for the under 21 interstate drivers. Technically, this pilot program is supposed to have a lot of safety data involved in it to sort of prove that they're being safe, but they're still under 21 driving interstate. As far as insurance perspective, it's really hard to write to you guys. What's your perspective on that?
I think it'll be really interesting, and we'll have to, this will unfold through time like lots of things do, what insurers' perceptions or takes are on it. You know, it's been odd to me anyhow. So you can get a CDL at age 18, but drive intrastate only.
Right.
So imagine intrastate driving from the center of Texas, maybe going 1,000 miles, versus the center of Rhode Island.
Right.
You know, so, you know, there's never been a radius delineation there anyhow. But when you cross the state line, you had to be age 21 for interstate commerce.
Right.
So the new pilot program says we're going to pilot, you know, with drivers as young as 18 in interstate commerce, you know, subject to technology, subject to oversights and training. So I'm kind of excited about that. We need new drivers in the industry.
Exactly.
But some insurance companies, especially those with the most preferred pricing, are probably not going to stretch into that segment because we do know there's higher risk hazard with younger drivers. So, but the insurance industry always finds capacity, and there will be other companies. The price point may be a bit higher,
right?
But I expect other companies to accept those younger drivers, and we need an influx of drivers in the industry. And hasn't it always been a problem too? It's even hard to start a career.
Right.
You graduate high school typically at age 17 or 18. And you really can't become an interstate CDL driver till 21. So you have to go do something else for a while. So this fixes some of those things, and I'm excited to see it.
Good. I like to hear that. I was a little worried that it'd be like, hey, you finished your pilot program, and now you still have 2 years before you can potentially get hired because of risk. But it's good to hear that.
Yeah, big fleets, you know, they have a lot more abilities to train.
Right.
So you'll definitely see that as a motor carrier. You know, smaller motor carriers are really hard to hire young and inexperienced drivers because they don't have all the safety technologies. They may not have full-time driver trainers or full-time safety personnel. And those things start to become evident or more commonplace in larger fleets. And that's why there's always been more tolerance to train younger drivers or to bring inexperienced drivers, you know, into larger fleets, typically 50-plus power units, and they have a lot more freedom for those things.
Yeah, and we see a lot of companies, trucking companies, hey, I have a trucking company, there's my brother, there's my cousin, he just got a CDL because I want to hire him, he's family. Is that low history, safety history, I guess, currently? Would you prefer, as underwriters, to see him work maybe for a mega fleet first for a couple of years before going on to a smaller fleet? Would that be helpful for insurance in that perspective?
Yeah, typically, so in a standard market, we look for 2 years experience driving a like vehicle.
Yep.
So yes, typically they start off with a motor carrier, probably a bigger motor carrier, because a lot of the smaller motor carriers in a standard market typically don't have those inexperienced drivers.
Right.
So in a standard market specifically, you would typically look for 2 years experience.